Okay.
Welcome back. Week 10. Say it again. It's week 10.
How
It's
we feeling?
a dime piece.
Dude, I want to apologize to everybody last week for me just like dying on mic.
Yeah, I listened to that back to that. You were like sick.
Dude, I told you I was sick as a fucking dog, but you know what? We're back. We're feeling good, coming off a
Mm-hmm.
positive week.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't threaten any government employees this week.
That's
Uh,
big.
I didn't crash any funerals.
Also
Um,
big.
Also huge of me. So very, very benevolent of me to
This
not,
week was all about personal growth.
I definitely grew this week. I was huge,
Mm-hmm.
so that's a fact. Yeah, we'll do over that in the recap, and everyone can agree. I had a lot of people texting me, leaving comments that Yinzer, you are not the asshole, which I felt validated. So it
That's good.
made me feel better as a person. That I feel like I didn't catch any cases, so I feel like I'm pretty good.
Well, I'm glad you're healthy. Glad you're upright. I haven't been feeling great for the past like 6 weeks. It's just been like up and down with this weather and my apartment, and then I don't know what's going on. So I've
You know
been
what?
eating Tylenol like they're M&Ms.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Actually,
There's nothing wrong
Advil.
with that.
I actually been eating Advil, not
Crush whatever you like.
Tylenol.
So
Anyways, welcome back. How did we do last week?
you know what? Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to go back on the quick recap. Frankie Dimes last week, if you remember at the beginning of the week, he was up 17.5 units. That's
Mm-hmm.
where he ended. 2-2 week for the
Hey,
Dimes man. His winner is Oklahoma State -7.
that
Easy.
was I didn't even watch a
No,
second of that game.
easy. He had under 39.5 Miami, Ohio. That went over.
Yeah, it was
Louisville
bad.
-4.5. Another just laugher victory.
Layup.
And under Nevada 50, that was a loser. But Frankie
Yeah, I'm
Dimes,
done with Nevada football.
you were on Nevada for a while, but Frankie Dimes 2-2, 0 units. If you remember, Yinzer started last week in the black. He was -2 units. Penn State -17 first half. What a garbage. Fuck James Franklin. What a loser. I said that Kelly was a goddamn traitor. James Kelly or fucking James Franklin, he's a football terrorist.
Oh
He's
wow, he's
he's a
upgraded.
football. Him and what's Arthur Smith? What's the guy for Atlanta? The
Yeah,
Falcons?
it's the guy that always does this. Oh,
Yeah. Get him the
you,
fuck out. They don't
you
add
don't like
anything to
art?
the game.
You don't like Big
Fuck
Art?
him. No, he's a cocksucker. And I
Wait, why
mean,
don't you
I would
like
say
Big
that to
Art?
his
Is it
face.
because his grandfather started FedEx? You don't like nepotism?
I don't even care about that. Now that I know that, I hate him even more. But nah, the dude just, we're not going to, it's not an NFL pod, but the amount of times he does so much less with all his talent, he's a joke. Franklin's a joke. You
Yep.
can barely beat Indiana. You come off a loss and you get the guys rallied up. You're at home and that's what you do. But whenever you're beating a team by 21, that's when you have enough horsepower. He's a fucking loser. He's a jabroni, and I'm glad. I wish they would have lost. I was rooting for the loss, but that's enough of that. Penn State -17.5. That's a loser. But that was my only loser all week. Georgia
Okay.
6.5, Zona 9.5. I didn't even need to tease that. That's a 2-unit winner.
Didn't need it.
Oklahoma State -7, 1-unit winner, and Colorado +16.5. I needed every one of those points, but that's a victory. So 3-1 for Yinzer baby, just coming off an absolute throat, chest, cold sickness, powered
Yep.
through for you. Couldn't even
Yep.
talk on the pod. 3-1 up 3 units. So I am back to up 1 unit. I'm in the black again. I'm positive. So if you're looking at us,
Hey,
we're
baby.
18.5 units. So a $1,000 better would just be, it's a nice used car.
It is a nice used car in the modern market.
Yeah, that's a Honda Accord for some people in this industry.
That ain't bad.
No, it ain't. 18.5 units. Just, I mean, can we take a second? I mean, what's funny is it's like
Take a victory
me and
lap.
Michael Jordan scored 63 points last night. Is kind of what I'm doing with this because we're up 18.5 units. Frank Dimes has 17.5 of those units. But, it's okay.
That's fun.
You know,
I didn't even think about it like that. That's
yeah,
actually crazy. We're up 18 units. I have 17 of them.
you have 17.
Personally, I think I'm only up like for a 10. I think I'm only up like 10 units on my personal.
I play all my picks. If
I play all my
give it to
picks
you,
too, but then I
I'll be right
play
off the pod.
and then I spray the board.
Yeah.
Guess how many picks I have this week so far?
I am struggling to put any together. So
really, because
yeah.
like this week in numbers, this board is a 10. This board is a dime.
Lots of traps, but
you think they're traps?
I don't. We'll get into it, but I'm laughing because like I looked at the numbers and I'm like, we're up 18.5 units, and I see Frankie in the 17. But it's like well, me and Will Chamberlain combined fuck like 5,000 chicks. So it's So whatever, I'll take it. It's a group effort. We take our wins, we take our losses together. That's why we're boys. We're always in this together.
Yeah.
So thank you, Frankie, for doing a lot of heavy
Yeah.
lifting. Just want to get up there with you.
Me, Dan Marino,
Yeah.
and Eli Manning have all combined for 2 Super Bowls.
Why'd you even throw Marino in there? What a shot. Oh, he's a pit guy. Fuck him. So you're right. I like that.
Yeah.
But what's new, Dimes? What do you got for me? How'd the last week treat you?
Situation's good.
Okay.
It's getting cold. Think the situation wants to snuggle up more. Stayed over at her house last night.
They say hoes don't get cold, but you know what? Once the temperature drops below 30, they're thinking, they're like, this next 90 days, I got Christmas, I got Valentine's Day.
You don't want to be alone at Christmas time. I've done that for about 27 years now.
I feel like being alone during Christmas time in New York City that's a new level of sad.
It is. People think it's happy. It's actually the saddest day on earth. It's actually not. For me, I get sad, but in general in the city, it's not that bad because there's so many different religions and people that don't celebrate Christmas that it just like keeps moving on.
Feels like another day.
Yeah. My family's going to Europe without me for Christmas.
Okay.
As is tradition, where they like to go on extravagant trips without me.
Without the Dimes, man.
Without the Dimes. They've been on multiple cruises. Mm-hmm. They've spent multiple Thanksgiving dinners at the Greenbrier, none of which have included me.
Any reason is there not an invite extended? Or
I don't think there's not an invite extended.
Wow. That's you come to Christmas with me. Come hang out with me and my family.
I don't know if I could keep up with your family.
You probably couldn't. There'd be a lot of things said at the table that I'd have to make you sign an NDA.
Someone would take a shot at me.
Yeah.
Drinking NAs.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be me.
It would be over. It would be over for me.
I'd be like, why aren't you a man? I'd definitely take a shot at that, but that's okay. You know, that's part of the fun. It's part of the Yuletide joy.
Yuletide care.
Frankie, did you do anything for Halloween?
Yeah. So I had a show on Halloween. It was horrible.
No good.
There was like 6 people there. None of them wanted to be there. There was only one guy dressed up, and he had, as Chris Broussards would say, developmentally disabled.
Mm-hmm.
He had an issue going on.
Chris Broussards would use other terms, but that's fine.
And then so he just kept talking the whole time, and I didn't want to like roast him. The guy was there trying to pay attention. Everyone else was trying to pay attention to the show, but he just kept talking. And so I was like late in the lineup, and no one is having fun on the show. After they get done, they come into the back and they're just laughing at how bad it is. And I'm like, oh great, I can't wait to go out there. and I go out there, I tell this joke, and this whole like most of the time you can hear some laughing, but a lot of times every time I tell a joke, you just hear smiling, or you see smiling. Yeah. And I go, you guys are smiling a lot. You know you're allowed to make noise, right? And the one guy goes, okay. And I go, not what I meant. And everyone laughed at that. But I was going to be an 80s guy for Halloween because I love 80s music and such.
Yeah.
And it's also a pretty easy costume. Basically, I just wore what I wear every day of my life, except instead of a corduroy black jacket shirt thing, I wore a black suit jacket, like a black blazer.
Mm-hmm.
We cuffed the sleeves up a little bit because the lining in the jacket has a cool material, and I wanted to show that off. Wore like an old school watch. It looked cool. I wore my Marty McFly white and red Nike sneakers.
It's tough.
Didn't realize until I got to the venue and looked at myself in the mirror, I looked exactly like Ellen DeGeneres.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I was trying to go for like Don Johnson, Miami Vice, Hall & Oates.
Wasn't given.
Lesbian talk show host.
It's okay. Honestly, after what Ellen did, that's a hole that needs filled. That's a void. You could slide right in that role.
Okay.
I could be your guest host. I could just sit there and like drink coffee and like laugh at celebrities.
Oh yeah, she had that one DJ guy that died.
Oh yeah, that could be me.
Yeah, it could be you.
That could be me.
Except you're not going to give me creative control over the music. I'm going to be like, hey, can you play some Steve Winwood? You maybe play some Christopher Cross.
Absolutely not.
And you're like, no, if you book.
Yeah, it's gonna be nothing but trap music. It's just like it's gonna be like Jennifer Lawrence coming out to like skeet. And
mind you, this is like daytime talk show, and like all there is just like older white women watching the show.
That's our demographic. That's all that listen to us.
This show is strictly gonna play in the lobby of dentist's office.
Every time I get recognized in public, it's from an old white lady at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. She's like, oh my God. She's like, Aiden, come here. Come meet Yinzer. I'm like, come here. Like, if you work hard and say enough mean things to people in public, you can grow up and be like me. And he's like, I'm gonna go scream at a minority in the parking lot. I'm like, you're a crazy little kid.
Yeah.
So his hair.
what would you toss? You know how Mean Joe Green tossed that kid a Coke or whatever,
Yeah,
a jersey? What would you
yeah.
toss if you had kid fans? What would you toss them? What do you think it would be?
I'd probably toss him like a losing parlay slip, which I don't have many of, so I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't,
You wouldn't toss him
probably
a cold one, a Coors Light?
Steve Weiser. No, I'd
Is it
toss him like
what is this? Steve Budweiser? Steve Weiser? That's what you're
yeah,
calling
I'd
it?
toss him like I'd take out like a Zen, like one of these, and just flip it to the kid, so you catch a little buzz on the way home.
Our friend Dill would probably give him a Jarritos.
He probably would. He will. You know what? Mandarin Faritas.
Jarritos.
He's got this
Oh,
stock
dude, I
right.
love the Mandarin or the
Man,
limon.
the limon. Dale's got him stocked at the house now. That's his lifestyle.
He's a mucho gusto, Nesdo. Mucho gusto.
Dale's got him stocked up, man. He's got that nothing but Dale's gonna be on the next boys trip just crushing Modelo's. They're like, what changed?
It's Modelo time. It's Modelo time, bro.
Hitting that mug.
Literally, like it's Modelo time.
No one has any idea what we're talking about. We've lost
what I say. Sorry, I'm mixing like 8 different Latin cultures in these jokes. I want you guys to know.
Your situations are gonna have to sit down with you about appropriation. I will skip that. I will be sick that day.
Yeah, she didn't want to call me Poppy last night. We had issues.
That's upset. That's okay. That's okay.
She's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay.
That's cool. I mean, whatever. I'll call you Poppy if you want. Like, if you ever want to.
Call me Hefe.
Hefe? Boss?
Hefe. Yeah. Hefe is dope, bro.
Yeah.
You probably get called Hefe a lot with the people that work at your building.
Well, not when they're finished. Maybe during the construction phase.
And then they're like, Hefe, we haven't gotten paid. No dinero in 6 months. That's weird.
I don't know. I'm like talking to somebody else about it. I don't know. I'm going down to the taco truck down the street. I've been called Hefe at a taco truck a few times.
That's pretty dope.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
I like Chief.
You know, one of my best friends from Australia. He says if you say that to like Australians, it's like an automatic disrespect.
Whatever.
Like they think you're being 1,000% condescending. They said the only people you're allowed to say that to, or the only people you're allowed to get told that, is like you go into like a corner store, 7-Eleven, and the guy was like, "Hello, big man. Hello, my friend. Hello," like whatever. You know.
I get big man a lot.
Yeah.
I get big man in situations where you shouldn't be big man. Like I'll just be like basically trying to live my life. I'm like, hey, big man. I'll be like, coming at me. Like it's not like at a corner store, big man's acceptable. Like when you're like filling, like when you're at the post office, no one wants to be called big man. I don't know. The vibes are off. Chicken Shack. Yes.
We're both tall guys.
Yeah.
How often when you're walking in grocery stores do old women ask you to grab something off the top shelf?
All the time, and I tell
all
them,
the time. And
I
how do you
no.
tell them no
every time?
How do you feel when you do it?
If I did it, hypothetically, let me live in a world space where I would do that for somebody, do a favor for free on my own dime.
Nice one.
Nice. No, I'll usually reach up and inspect it and see if it would go in my cart, and then if not, I put it right back.
Like,
that's the breaks. Sorry, I'm like, do I look like I'm making $11.50 an hour pushing carts, honey? Go find someone else. FDR is in an office. Okay, push right back down the fucking road. I don't have time for this. I'm out there. I have a curated shopping list, but that does happen. I've had a lady pull on my shirt and ask me to grab something.
How'd that end up?
She ended up finding a fucking someone in an apron because
you're like, I don't work here.
Look, I'm just kidding. I would totally get it for some old lady. I'll totally get it.
Nice one.
I totally would.
Not helping old women. Classic.
I would help an old lady. It depends. Although if they have like a dickish attitude, I might not. I grab them the wrong thing on purpose. That's a power move.
Yeah.
That's a power move. I haven't done that, but I'm gonna file that one away.
I see that.
Frankie, I don't have any picks. I don't the board's not speaking to me this week. We have
Do you think that let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think that our guy or our guy out west, Jim Rome, nice one. You think he shops at Erewhon? I go to Erewhon to get my
I don't think
groceries.
I don't think Jim Rome's an Erewhon guy. I think he's pretty basic. I think Jim
probably goes to Whole Foods.
I think Whole Foods for sure. Whole Foods for sure. I think Jim Rome's on like a first name base with a butcher. I bet he gets some good select cuts. But I don't think he's
last night sat down, tried to watch the LA Derby, LA Clippers, LA Lakers, had a prime steak. Nice one. Prime.
Reverse seared.
Primed. Just like your girl was last night. After I had the steak. She was primed and ready.
How tall is Jim Rome?
Let's look it up.
Now that we're on the height thing, how tall How tall is Jim Rome?
How tall do you think he is?
5'7".
I think he actually is as tall as his attitude is. I
Do
think
you
he's
think he's
six.
like
I think he's 6 foot even.
do you think he's like a sneaky tall kind of guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
I'd be
boy.
willing to hear it.
I've never been more wrong in my life.
How tall is he?
5'9".
I was gonna say he had.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't have that much fucking anger below. That's all he reaches an anger and a condescension that can only be found in people below 5'11". There's no like anytime I've ever had to deal with it, like I do a lot of like Zoom and teleconferencing. Anytime I get that energy, like before I meet a guy, I'm like, I know exactly it. I'm like, there's just there's an undenying rage beneath him. And I'm like, I don't look that tall sitting down. Like whenever I'm like I've had people tell me like I'll sit at a desk and like, people can't tell until I stand up. So like I think they think I'm with them and then they
Yeah.
see that's when it really ramps up. But I'm like, that's the type of rage that only a 5'11" dude can access. I don't know, can't relate, couldn't be me, but
No, it couldn't be me.
can't relate.
Jim Rome, happily married since 1997. I'm making him seem like he's a player.
Whatever. So that's what the certificate says. See if that holds up.
We just did that for the benefits.
We did that for the tax breaks.
How many picks do you think I have today?
I can be honest, I only really have one. I might play a 2 or 3 pick play this week. How many do you have? 7?
Close. I have 8.
That's insane.
And you know what? Because you don't have any, I'm gonna give you all of them.
You can absolutely just fucking unload that chamber.
You want me to empty the clip?
Spray and pray, baby.
Okay.
But like I said, I keep looking. There's a lot of good games. So we have Bama LSU.
Right.
Great game. Notre Dame.
I don't have a pick on that game. Who do you like in Bama LSU?
I'm gonna save it because that's gonna be mine.
That's your only pick is Bama LSU.
Yeah, I really like that game. That's
no 2-team teasers. No teasing West Virginia down because they're playing a bad BYU team and pairing with somebody
I looked
money
at
line.
teasers. I looked at a few. I looked all day and I'm like, the things I like, I don't know. This week scares me. Like last week, I was like, this is a get right week for me. I liked it a lot. The board was speaking to me. This week, there's even the things I like. I'm like, I'm a little hesitant on, but let's just go. You have 8 picks, so we can discuss these games. I'm gonna have opinions on a lot of these games.
Okay. No, so you're not. No, you're not.
Okay, that's you're like, I might not. You're like, okay, I might be wrong. There might be some shit that I've never heard.
No, you're gonna have opinions on some, but I got in the depths for some.
Okay, which that's honestly, that's where you thrive a lot. That's where Dimes was making his bread for a lot of time, is these absolute junk fucking stinker games. So
it's true.
You know what? Let's dive in, dude. I'm ready for your picks because I'm ready.
All right, I'll start with a noon slate and work down.
I like that.
Starting off, I got a big game for you.
Okay.
I got on the road the Purple Cats with their dumbass seesaw song.
Mm-hmm.
K-State plus 4.5 at Texas against a backup quarterback. What do you think about climbing in the boys? Calvin Klein, Colin Klein, the 2-quarterback system, getting it done.
I think Texas kicks the shit out of them by like 4 touchdowns.
Is that your only pick?
It's not my only one, but I keep looking. Here's the one trend of the weekend that I'm pretty sure was right.
Are you on the sheets? Are you looking at the sheets?
No. I'm looking at the board because I'm going through. I'm just looking at the board right now. Here is the only thing that I feel very confident about this weekend.
Okay.
This is a buyback week for a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams that you're looking at these numbers and you're wondering why they're here. Mm-hmm. And are you thinking it's a trap or is it a buy low?
Okay.
And I'm thinking a lot of these games are buy low games. Everyone's afraid of Texas. I don't think Texas showed fucking anything with that kid last week. I don't think Texas showed. I think they played a spring.
Oh, you think it was vanilla?
I think it was a spring game script. I think they knew it. I think the thing about K-State is probably one of the best coach teams in college football.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
And I think Texas.
You don't think they're going to figure it out?
I think Texas knew if they put anything on, they'd have nothing to throw at them with a backup.
And they could have, and they did beat Houston like with bad play.
That's the one thing.
I get that.
Could K-State win? Yes. K-State is a thorn in the fucking side of every Big 12 team. The number seems too low to me for a Texas team at home. I kept looking. What I'll probably do, because when I say 3 or 4 touchdowns, what I probably mean is I would probably take a Texas alternate spread at throw $20-$30 on a plus 450, 500 spread. Okay. I like Texas. They aren't a pick for me, but that was the one where I kept putting it on and scratching it off.
You think the under might be the play here? Because
Um,
K-State can play defense,
they
bro.
can play defense. They can play defense, but that was just a thing for me where I kept looking at this and I was like, God damn, what about this game am I not getting? And the thing is, K-State could come out and Texas couldn't move the ball, but it's just Texas is so explosive at those receiver spots. I feel like even without Ewers back there, I feel like they'll be able to open them up. But you know what? I'm not playing the game, so how much can I really like it if I'm not putting some skin in it?
I get that. Texas offensive success rate 36. Kansas State defensive success rate 30. There it is. Kansas State offensive success rate 22. Texas defensive success rate 5. So, should be a pretty good defensive matchup here.
What's the over-under on that?
I don't know.
Like, I have no fucking idea.
I thought you had the board up.
I do have the board up. It is, let me get it up. We get back to the main markets. 49, which is pretty low for college.
Yeah.
49, it would be like a 39 in the pros. So if you're a pro better trying to get that, so you usually take about 10 for that.
Yeah.
But I don't have I'll probably have a play. If you text me Saturday morning, I'll probably have a pretty big play for this game.
I don't have a play for Nebraska, Michigan State, but I'm leaning Nebraska at -3.
Nebraska's been coming around.
Nebraska's figuring it out. And
that was
3 points,
game
3-point home dog is like home field advantage dog. How much home field advantage is there in East Lansing right now?
Can't be a ton.
Can't be a ton.
There can't be a ton. But that was one game I was looking at pretty hard, was the Texas game. But yeah, the Nebraska, I was like, I feel like Nebraska, I'm always on the wrong side of them. It's the one team.
I've been good lately. I've been good.
I just can't, I don't know. I can't figure them out. But you know what? I'm going to go, but I am going to have something for, I'm going to have something. I will have something for this Texas game. I just saw something I really like. So I will play that later.
What do you got? Team total points?
It's a player prop.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. All right. Well, go ahead. Give me
Number
your
2
because you got 8. I'm gonna have you at least go 2 for 1 for me.
Okay. Well, it's good because these next 2 you're not gonna have an opinion on.
Love it.
We're on the road this week. 2 teams. I'm giving, this is 3 straight road teams I'm picking here, but another one. The Midshipmen, Navy, -6.5 at Temple. Temple is returning their quarterback who is injured, but they're beat up front and on the defensive line. And I really think that run game for Navy is going to be consistent. They're going to get that 4 yards a carry and just grind and grind and grind. They might be able to have some longer drives in this game. And we're rocking with the Midshipmen, basically just based off the fact that Temple might be dead as a program.
They could be. That's not. And the thing is with Navy, they have been a little bit better. Nothing I was looking at was the Air Force Army game. Army's fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, no, they're bad.
I mean, Army is I've never been more wrong on any pick than the Army LSU game. That was probably one of my worst picks of the year. And I love the
reasoning though.
It was a great reasoning. We were in it. We were thinking.
Why is Alexis Texas trending in the United States?
I don't know. Honestly, I did not expect that question to come up.
Did we lose a real one?
Did we? Hold on. You keep talking about your pick while I Google porn stars. So let me see.
Okay, sounds good. So Navy comes into the game. They're not very good. We know this, but Temple is worse. And that's really my position on this, is that my team is not as bad as your team. Analytics projected total points for Navy is 28. Projected total points for Temple is 17. We love when the machine agrees with us. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Oh, Alexis Texas is trending on Twitter because she finally fucked a black guy on camera.
Wow. Wait, so she had it for decades?
Apparently not, but I'm just gonna tell you.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just scrolling through Twitter right now, and it's some of the greatest memes I've ever seen.
This isn't fair. Hold on, I want to look at this.
It's really just. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be an electric couple hours on Twitter for the next couple days. That's great.
Oh, trending. There it is. Why is this?
That's fantastic. Did
you just search the name?
I just searched why it was trending, and that's what came through. So that was pretty hilarious for me.
Okay, here we go. Searching. This is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, that's what you're asking for. So there you go. All right. So
All right. We're back to football.
we're back to football after that.
Another pick. This one is fraud watch or fraud warn. It might be fraud warning. When you say stuff like we're the best two-win team in the country, you sound like fraud. And for me to bet against you for like the 8th time this year, it feels good. So FAU +1 on the road at UAB. Hate UAB.
FAU +1, and these are all 1-unit plays, right?
Correct.
Right.
Hate UAB.
I got one. I'm gonna go with my first play of the game because this is the Texas game that I was looking at, and I can't believe how low this is. Adonai Mitchell over 2.5 receptions is -130 right now.
Okay.
It's a little juiced. I understand that, but he is going to have 3 catches in this game. He is. If you look at, he has the only game he's had less than 3 catches. He's only had one. It's one time against Houston, but 3, 3, 10, and 3. I feel like Texas is going to have to throw the ball. I feel like there's going to be a lot of short passes in this game.
Okay.
I think Mitchell can get me at least 3 receptions. So I really like that for 1 unit, over 2.5. Let's just crack that in right now. I actually just bet that for the IRL, so you can see on my picking account in about 10 minutes.
Nice.
Mitchell over 2.5 receptions. It's -130. It's juiced. I don't care. I'm playing it. But so right now we have K-State, Navy, FAU. What else do you got?
We got the under in Iowa Northwestern at Wrigley Field. It's under 31.5. I'm hearing high winds.
31.5?
31.5 under. I'm hearing reports of high winds in Wrigley Field.
Oh my God. That is
Northwestern is improving. And Iowa, its season's over. Their legit quarterback is like bad. And I'm still not over them getting screwed on the punt return. Brian Ferentz has said he's done at the end of the year. I get it. New athletic director wants a change there, which makes sense. She wants her own people in there. But Northwestern might win this on the field. Iowa stinks.
Yeah, they're not great. That was, God, I just get 31.5. That is such a low freaking number. Oh my God. That's, I don't know. I can't get over that number, but whatever. That's it's pretty insane. But
sometimes you got to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Sometimes you gotta. All right. You want to give me one more, and then I'll give you one. We'll go tit for tat.
Yeah, let's go band for band. I got a pick right here. I got over 50 Penn State and Maryland. In College Park, Maryland's playing at home. Penn State sucked last week. We know Maryland can score, and we know James Franklin knows the number. That's all. I mean, come on. He knows the number.
I just can't trust him after what they did to me last
50.
week. I get it.
It's 50.
I could see Penn State going in there, and I feel like James Franklin just wants, he's like looking at Neil Brown. He's like, you know what I want to do? Win 20-10. That's all I want to do. He showed no fucking, they couldn't score against Indiana, and a lot of people said they were fucking trying. Trust me. I watched every minute of that game.
I know they were trying. I saw it.
They were trying to run that score up, and they just couldn't do it. But regardless, I don't know. I can't. I hope Maryland can get back to their ways. Actually, Maryland is, I know we're talking about sheet picks, steam picks. Maryland was a big steam pick. So if you like that, you probably like the idea that Maryland's going to score a little bit.
That they're going to hang around in the game.
They're going to hang in. They're going to hang at least 20. So I don't hate that. But at the end of the day, my goodness, that's going to be a tough one for me.
I got 3 more.
Well, I'm going to go one.
All right.
Next one I got, this is another one I'm talking about where the market is just way sour on these guys for no reason. That's Kentucky -5. I don't understand this line. Kentucky, we know Kentucky's a good team. They've lost 3 in a row.
Wait, you're on Kentucky?
I'm on Kentucky.
Me too. I'll lock that in right now.
Okay, I'm on
This
Kentucky.
is the boom on 3. Boom on 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's Kentucky. A certified syndicate lock there.
Just for all the reasons and more that I was talking about. They've lost 3 in a row. Kentucky's still the better team. This is a good get-right game for them. This is one of those games where they've been just trotted down, not looked up, past weeks, no one's going to be on them, but I really like Kentucky. I think it's a good right game.
Yeah.
Running quarterbacks don't fare very well against Kentucky.
No.
So Mississippi State really doesn't have any way to score other than that.
They can't score. They can't score.
That's another thing. I'm like, if Kentucky gets up 14 points, the game's over. So we can just laugh. So I really like that one, Kentucky, and that's going to be a 1-unit play for me. So I'm going to kick it back to the Dimes man, see what he likes.
I like. Oh, hold on, I'm locking this in. I was thinking about that pick like on my walk home, and then when you say stuff like that, I had to lock it in.
That's one of the few that jumped out to me. So you want UK?
Yeah, I want UK. Put it on my card too. I want to have a huge card.
It's on
I
it.
might do 10 picks for the 10 weeks.
You know what? People would love it. People would love it. You're up 17 and a half units.
I got a 2-leg alt whatever.
Sound like me.
Same SGP though.
Okay.
We got Oklahoma money line and under 65.5 at plus 104. Oklahoma's taking care of little brother one last time. And I think the run game, people see Oklahoma and they think, oh, they throw it all over the place. They're underestimating the run game. And we know that Oklahoma State runs the football.
Yep,
so keeping the ball on the ground, and we're going to celebrate.
Taking an under in Bedlam, that is absolutely... That takes a set of balls to take.
I got some stones this week.
You do have some stones. Taking an under in Bedlam is one of those things where I don't know if I can stomach it.
It's not the Red River shootout. I'm not taking the under in the Red River shootout, Yinzer.
It's true. That's true.
I'm taking the under in Bedlam.
It's true.
It's the last time they're ever going to play.
It's true. That is true. I'm going to go to my next pick, and this is one I teased earlier in the beginning.
Okay.
And this is one of those that I feel like, once again, it's a Mugatu from Zoolander. I feel like I'm taking crazy
pills. Yeah.
Alabama's going to kick the shit out of LSU.
I'm all over Bama.
LSU has no starting corners. They might be missing their starting tackle. And if you're looking at Alabama peaking at the right time, now I know what you're saying. Hey, Alabama's struggling on offense. Well, LSU can't stop fucking anybody. And Alabama's defense, I don't think Daniel's going to have time to throw it. I think Alabama just straight rolls. -2. That's going to be -3. That is going to be a 2-unit play for me. So I like Alabama.
Let's go. Add it to my card. That'll be the 10th pick. Is that 10? Yeah, it's 10.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I only got 8 for you.
Yeah, I got 2 more left.
Okay. Bama -3. How many units? 1?
1. I love that pick.
Yeah, Bama -3. I keep looking at that one. I really, really, really fucking like that play a lot. So give me that. And I got one more play and that's it. So
you got one more?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me lock this in. Okay. I got under 48.5, Charlotte and Tulsa. Charlotte has suspended some players on the team, some good players. Tulsa sucks on offense. Projected point total is whatever 26 plus 19 is. All I know is it's not good. Offensive success rate for Charlotte, 127. Offensive success rate for Tulsa, 89th in the country. Not very good.
Not great.
So both these teams stink, and the total is 48.5. I believe in that.
All right. Give me one more, and then I'm going to jump into my final one. I'm going to play kind of a weird one. This is one that I had circled off, and I'm going to take it. I like it.
Okay.
You talked me into it.
This is the Grinch that stole your bookie's money.
Let's get it.
Under 76.5. Washington and USC.
I didn't know what game you're going to, but as soon as you said that, I was like, it has to be USC. There's no way there's any total higher than 76. If you want a nice money line play, I think a fun money line ticket would be to throw USC with hold on, I had a fun money line one that I was looking at. I'm actually going to play with like a free bet. I'm going to play like a $30 free bet with USC and fuck's the other one? I like the bigger money line. You keep talking, I'll find it.
Okay. There has to come a point where they figure it out. If not, fire them on the tarmac.
Mm-hmm.
USC does kind of stink, and I really am kind of soured on what Caleb Williams has been saying, not only in the media but on the sideline. You look at how he's interacting with his teammates and stuff like that. I understand there's fireness and passion and everything, but he just looks like he thinks he's better than everyone because he won the Heisman last year, and he can kind of just chill.
Yeah.
You can't chill when you're getting like your teeth kicked in every week.
And he's gone multiple games with under 2 touchdowns. Trust me, I know that.
Yeah.
I've been on the beneficiary of that. If you want
Heisman hangover.
If you want a fun Pac-12 after dark parlay, USC Arizona moneyline parlay is about plus 450. So if you want to throw
I like Zona this week. Zona.
It's a fun one. But 76.5, that's a lot. That's a lot of points. That is. And if you think USC is going to be able to, which I do, USC can't allow 40 points against. Washington. So
Them allowing 49 to Cal. And I don't hate Cal for going for 2 there.
no, fuck no. You got to do it.
You got to do it.
All right.
You got anything? That's 10
Yeah.
picks for me. That's 10 picks for me.
That's the most we've ever had on the board. I got one more money line kind of money line parlay.
Okay.
Boomers Sooners money line parlay. My theme of this week is buying low.
Let's
Oklahoma
go.
has never been lower. Give me Sooners money line.
Yep.
Give me Auburn money line.
Okay.
Love Auburn. Big spot for
against
Auburn.
Vandy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Auburn money line and give me West Virginia team total over 20.5. That's going to build out to plus 110.
Let's go. I like
Auburn
it.
can get you some juice, but Auburn, that is a big spot for them. This is what gets them eligible for bowling, which is the time of year we need to start thinking about that. Auburn, definitely a team that's going to want to go bowling, kind of get those extra practices, get that extra fun, get that extra rotation for those guys. Sooners money line, like Frankie said, I think it's bedlam. Anything can happen, but Sooners losing 2 in a row. I think they got their wake up call, and West Virginia is going to score 21 on BYU. That's
yeah, they are.
That's
okay.
That's a 2-unit play for me. So let me do a quick rundown.
Yep.
Dimes, K-State plus 4.5, Navy minus 6.5, FAU plus 1, under Iowa 31.5, over 50 Penn State, Maryland, Kentucky minus 5, Oklahoma money line under 64.5. Same game parlay, Bama minus 3, under 48.5 Charlotte, and under 76.5 USC. Yinzer a little lighter on the card. He has a Donnie Mitchell, Texas wide receiver, over 2.5 receptions. Kentucky minus 5, 1 unit. Bama minus 3, 2 units. And then the Sooners, Auburn, and Mountaineers over 20.5. That's a 2-unit play. You can find that on FanDuel, Bet365, Fanatics, almost any of those books.
Whatever.
So
that's great. All right. It's time for Stump the Yinzer. We got 2.5 minutes left.
Give it to me.
For Stump the Yinzer.
Give it to me.
What drink or what does the winner of the Indy 500 drink in the winner's circle?
Drinks milk.
There you go.
Do that.
What team plays at Beaver Stadium?
Oh, Penn State.
Dang it. I thought I was gonna get you up on that.
I've been to that stadium twice.
How was it?
Fun. It's loud. It's culty. It's
very culty.
It's very culty. It's very it's like exactly what you would think like Midwest. It's like the same like Jimmy Buffett type of vibe. It's like what like 60-year-old boomers think is like electricity. Like when you go to Beaver Stadium, it's like the crowd's there, it's loud, but everyone's like really happy. It doesn't have the undercurrent of spite like at a West Virginia game.
Oh yeah.
This like some dude could get
there's not a like you might die like
yeah. Like, it's not like you have to hold your girlfriend's hand and be like, we got to get out of here. Like, you're looking for exits at all the time. No, Penn State's like, oh, we're Penn State. Like, they're kind of weird and culty. But no, that's not quite the vibe. It's fun. It's a great stadium. Holds a ton. I can't really shit talk him. James Franklin is a fucking loser, but whatever. Can't fault the man.
Okay. Technically, I got 2 more.
All right.
What is the award for college football award? The Lou Gorza Award.
Kicker.
Okay. This isn't part of it, but what about Ray Guy?
Punter.
All right, nail it. Okay.
I got one quick one for you.
Okay, I got one last one, then you go.
Okay, give it to me.
Which college football team has the most undefeated and untied seasons?
Nebraska?
It is Oklahoma.
Fuck, I knew it was gonna be one of those. It was gonna. I had to say it had to be one in like the 40s, 50s where they were.
All right, we got like 30 seconds. Go ahead.
All right, give me the only NFL team that has their logo on one side of the helmet.
Steelers.
Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can do another quick one.
Time's gonna run
out. Well, fuck it. Good weekend. Let's get some winners.
10 picks for week 10. You're welcome.
Frankie could go up 10 units. That would be gigantic. See you later, buddy.
See ya.
Peace.